Hobbies and interests account for about 16% of how new business ideas are generated. Kenny Burtz loved making key lime pies for fun. When everyone who tasted his pies told him he should sell them, that's what he did. He did his research to see if there was actually a market for key lime pies, how he could best reach that market, and what he would need in order to produce a high volume of quality pies. It started as a part-time venture, making about 100 pies a week, but before long, Kenny's Great Pies was turning over 1,500 pies a day, with sales to the food service industry expected to hit $2 million this year. Sometimes an accidental discovery leads to a new business. In 1996, Neil Sater and his brother-in-law, David Zasloff, were laid off from their jobs as carpenters in California. The reason for the layoffs was a downturn in residential construction in the area. Then an idea presented itself. At a local greenhouse was an unusual fountain consisting of a monolithic slab of slate with water running over it. A lighter, more portable version, he thought, might have commercial potential. Slater spent $50 on raw materials and started gluing pieces of slate together and leaving the inside hollow. Among the objects they fashioned from the slate cubes were fountains and furniture, including side tables. In exchange for a fountain, Sater bartered with the local photographer to shoot a portfolio showing the prototypes. On the strength of the portfolio, Sater got orders from gallery owners in Sedona, Arizona. In 1997, they spent $2,500 for a booth at the San Francisco International Gift Show, and it paid off. Water Wonders received $50,000 worth of orders over 5 days. Sater's 13-year-old niece scribbled down specifications on the back of business cards. More recently, it posted $8 million and employs 60 people. Doing a deliberate search is another avenue many entrepreneurs take. There are 2 general avenues of deliberate search: a survey of personal capabilities and a survey of needs in the marketplace. Magazines and the internet are good sources for startup ideas. The most successful startups look first at the marketplace needs and then relate these to the capabilities of the entrepreneur. To come up with your own business venture, try looking at existing products and services in other industries that you find interesting and come up with your own product or service. Combine 2 businesses into one to create a market opening. The Blue Loon in Fairbanks does dinner and a movie. Do you see a group of people with a common problem that you have the ability to help them with? This might be your market opening. Some entrepreneurs are good at following a hot trend and riding that wave. Apple is always a good one to follow because they always seem to be setting the standard with their products, the iTablet, the iPod. You could also explore ways to improve a product or service's function, or think about how to streamline a customer's activities. You can also adapt a product or service to meet customers' needs in a different way. Imagine how the market for a product or service could be expanded. Before starting a business, an entrepreneur should also do an outside-in analysis and study the context of the venture to identify which business ideas really qualify as opportunities. They should look at the general environment, the industry environment, and the competitive environment. The general environment includes factors that influence most businesses in a society. It includes economic, sociocultural, political, legal, technological, global, ecological, and demographic segments. These affect entrepreneurial activity because each segment can open the door to business opportunities for all the other segments. For example, the internet and innovation from the technological segment has spawned countless new small firms that offer products and services to internet users. Before starting a venture, you should look at the condition of the industry and the combined forces that directly impact a given company and its competitors. Then you should ask these questions. Are there new competitors or substitute products or services? What's the rivalry like in the industry? Who are the suppliers and buyers, and what kind of power do they have? Different forces dominate industry competition depending on the particular circumstances. The entry of new competitors places a limit on prices. The threat of substitutes and buyer power also influence the prices that can be charged. The bargaining power of suppliers determines the cost of raw materials. Rivalry among existing competitors influence prices and costs of competing in areas such as product development, advertising, and sales force. The competitive environment focuses on the strength, position, and likely moves and countermoves of competitors in an industry. Successful companies use their knowledge of the competition to create a successful business. If you're thinking about starting a new venture, your business plan should answer the following questions about competitors. First of all, who are they? What resources do they control? What are their strengths and weaknesses? How will they respond to your decision to enter the industry? How can you respond? Who else might be able to observe and exploit the same opportunity that you have? Are there ways to possibly form alliances with potential competitors?